What's going on, guys? Now, did you just start a landscape business or you've been in a few years and you're just not understanding what to charge? Or have you been in a Facebook group and you asked, what should I be charged for this? Or what's the going rate for that? And I get it. You just get going and you're not really sure what to go or what to do. So you reach out on these groups and stuff and try to find out what the going rate is. What should you charge for this? And I understand it's good to kind of figure out what everybody else is kind of charging to see if you're on par. However, I really encourage you to really look at what you need to be charging. If you start going off by what somebody else charges, down in a certain area, they might be a different, what they pay their people down there is completely what you'd pay different from what you pay up here, or vice versa. And what you pay for your equipment is different from what they pay for their overhead and insurance, all that stuff. There's all these different variables, and if you start really going off what other people are saying they're charging, or what they're charging in certain areas, or what your competition charging, you may be shortchanging yourself. It's going to end up coming out of your profits. So I really encourage you to start looking in your business and finding out what your true numbers are. And if you guys have questions about this, what the numbers are, let me know in the comment section. I will help get you answered. But I really encourage you to really start looking at your business and creating a budget and understanding what it costs for your employees. And it's more than just your base rate and the FICA, FUTA, and SUTA and all that. It can be surprising what it costs you. Start looking at what your equipment costs you per hour. Obviously, with fuel going up, which I'm not think it's like a huge deal, but I mean, it does play a factor in there. But you need to be looking at all that and considering it, and putting in your estimates and charging appropriately. You also need to be creating an overhead budget and monitoring it. And this is something that we're going to teach every one of you that join in our estimating class. We're actually hosting it's called a profitable estimating training. It's going to be happening March 21st and 22nd. And inside this class, we're going to work with you one-on-one. We're actually, so just step back. We're only allowing 10 people in this class at a time. We want this to be a hands-on event. We want to work with you and help you figure out your numbers, help you figure out and dial in your estimates so you know exactly what you need to be charging per year. And in fact, we're going to give you all the calculators for this. We're going to give you all the spreadsheets for this. We're going to give you a spreadsheet to help you figure out your estimating for your landscaping. We're going to give you an estimate sheet for your lawn maintenance. So you're going to be able to take these, you're going to have all the numbers, and you're going to plug them in these spreadsheets, and it's going to help you create estimates very quickly and very accurately and profitably. We've had great success with people that have been in our $1 Million Academy, and we wanted to just get this out there because we see so many people asking, what should I charge for this? How much should I be charging for that? And I don't want anybody, our motto is no broke landscapers, and we don't want you to see anybody struggling. In fact, that's the reason why we started our $1 Million Academies, because in our area, we're in Northwest Indiana, we see so many landscape businesses come and go. And I get there's all kinds of different variables, but most of them don't go out of business because of their quality work. They are excellent at what they're doing. It's just they don't understand the business side of things. They don't understand what they need to be charging, and they might just be going off what the going rate is, or what the neighbor down the road, or what the competition down the road is charging. And this can really hurt your business. In fact, I'm going to share my screen with you and show you a few of the things that we're going to share in the estimating class. Let me share my screen here with you. Hopefully this comes up. And that is not coming up. Let me try this again. Sorry about this. Well, apparently my share screen portion is not working, but we're going to give you all the spreadsheets that go into this. Let me try one more thing here real quick to see if I can get this to work this way. One sec, bear with me. I'm switching screens here. We'll see if this gets to work. And of course not, it's not working. All right, guys. So I do apologize, or for whatever reason, my window screen is not coming up showing the spreadsheets. It's not bringing up Excel. So anyhow, we're going to give you all of these spreadsheets. We're going to give you the calculators that's going to help you figure out an overhead budget. And we're going to show you why an overhead budget is so important. And it's, people think, oh, I got to create a budget. I don't have time for this. The spring's here. I don't have time to do this. We're going to go through this in 2 days. We're going to be working, like I said, with you hand and one on one. And I'm going to guide you step by step on how to create this budget, how to figure out your equipment. And it's going to be easier than you ever thought. Again, we have all the calculations done for you. You just got to basically put in your information. The only thing we're really going to ask is if you have any past P&L statements, we're going to ask you to bring those in the class, and you're going to put your information in, as we guide you through this, and you're going to put it in line by line, and we're going to be able to show you if you're going to be able to make money. We're going to show you when you're going to break even for the year. And the advantage of creating this budget, we can tell you if you are not going to break even that year, we can kind of look at it and figure out, okay, what do we need to change? Whether it's your pricing, or is there things in your overhead budget that we need to cut or, restrict, or whatever it is, we can help you work through that. And it's so important. These budgets provide so much information. And this is something you do need to do every single season. We have people that are in our $1 Million Academy right now. They've been doing this for the past couple of months, and they're getting their numbers dialed in for the season. Now, of course, materials always change, so that's obviously something that we'll have to change. But for the most part, unless you give somebody a raise, you buy some new equipment, it's going to stay the same in for the season. So once you get this in, you punch in your numbers. Then when you're able to go out to estimate, you can figure out either square footage and put in your how long it's going to take, and boom, you're going to spit out the price, an accurate price based on your numbers, not the client or the competition down the road, not somebody else across the country. And it really hurts me when I see people ask this, and it's one of the questions inside our landscape business group that we actually have banned for a while because it varies too much, and it causes a lot of it stirs a lot of people up. Some people get mad and upset about it, and I understand. But on the other hand, we have to remember where everybody comes from. Some people just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And that's where it's great about this course that we're having here. We're going to, again, like I said, walk you through step by step on how to make a budget, how to understand what your true employees' costs are, what your cost per equipment is per hour. And honestly, this is a big shocker when people see what it costs for just fuel alone. And I don't remember the exact numbers off the top of my head, but I was doing this with the other day with one of the Academy members, and we're going through what it costs for their equipment per hour. And, I think they paid, I don't remember exactly, but it was like $3,500 for this truck they got for a couple of years ago from a relative or whatever it was. Anyhow, they saw it cost them like $13,000 a year to run this piece of equipment. They're like, oh, wait, that's not right. The truck only cost me $3,500. Well, yeah, the truck may cost you $3,500, but time you consider tires, maintenance on that equipment, fuel for that equipment, it ends up costing, it was like 13 some thousand dollars. And then we showed them it was like $7,000 a year just in fuel for that, based on the amount of time it runs per year and the amount what it costs for fuel and everything and goes into it is a lot of money. And it's kind of mind blowing when you start seeing that. And this is where I see a lot of landscapers mess up on their estimates, is they're not charging for that equipment on their estimates. And can you imagine just not charging people for that? It's $13,000. That's a lot of freaking money if you're not charging for your equipment. And this is just one piece of equipment. You have all these other pieces of equipment you have in your business. So it's very important to really start looking at all the true costs of running your business and figuring out a way you can charge it appropriately in a systematic way. And once you start doing these estimates, you're going to be able to ensure you're making a profit, but then you're also be able to job cost on it too. Because in our spreadsheets, you have a job costing feature that's going to be able to help you figure out if where you kind of messed up or if the crew's messed up. It allows you to look at different aspects of it. Also in their estimating form, you actually can create a work order form. So you put together your estimate. Now you can be able to tell your employees what information or what materials and what equipment they need to take for this job. So you're not having to be there all the time, not having to show them every single morning what they do. You basically print this off, hand it to them, and say, here you go, load up this material, get it all ready to go. And it's going to help. Just adding these little systems, procedures in your place are going to help add a lot of value to your business and just increase productivity, and which course, will help increase profits. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. But again, like I said, I just wanted to share this with you and make sure everyone is aware of. Um, we have this course coming up. I know it's getting close to the season, and your mind's like, I got to get customers. I got to get customers. But if you're not charging the customers appropriately, it's going to be coming out of your profits, and it's going to end up hurting. So, I encourage you guys to go check out the Million Dollar Academy course. It's a Million Dollar Academy. I'm sorry, Million Dollar Landscaper /numbers. Actually, I'll put this up on the screen. But I encourage you guys to check this course out. It's happening March 21st to 22nd. I don't really have a time on it because I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but it's going to be a pretty full day. It's going to be a full day of the first days. We're going to go through and help you look at the numbers, understand why you need to look at your P&L and your balance sheet and all those types of things. We're going to explain you how to do that. And then we're going to take those numbers and we're going to start plugging them into the calculators we have inside the course. Then day 2, we're going to take those numbers and now we're going to put those into our estimating systems. And we're going to show you how to easily set up these estimating systems we have that we're giving you part of the course and how to actually use it. And so you'll be able to go out and literally you can start making these estimates in 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending of course on the size of the estimate. But you're going to be able to spit these estimates out very quickly. We have built-in like mulch calculators inside there. I can help you work on something if you need to know, like if you do a lot of rock work, we have stuff in there. We have stuff in there for if you do hardscaping, we have the calculations to help figure out if you type in the amount of the total square foot of the patio, for instance, and you're doing whatever a certain thickness of base, it's going to help you figure out the amount of rock that you're going to need for that based with taking into consideration compaction. So there's a lot of other factors that go in here that we have laid out for you in these estimate sheets. So, but guys, I highly encourage you to get your numbers set up right, whether it's you use the course we have in here or you go somewhere else, but please start looking at your numbers when you're, putting together estimates and base them on your numbers, not somebody else's, not a competitor across the country. Start looking at your business's numbers. And again, if you need help with this, check out the milliondollarlandscaper.com/numbers course, and we can help you get you all set up. All right, guys, if there's any questions, post them in the comment section and we will help get you answered. All right, gang, hope you have a great one and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.